Good morning, it's 3 AM and this is Student Live, the show dealing with today's hottest topics. I'm Christy Tattershall, and joining me today in the studio, following the Scottish referendum result, are two of the most passionate supporters of the opposing no and yes camps, celebrated novelist J.K. Rowling and sporting hero Andy Murray. As the Devo Max campaign gathers momentum, I'll be asking them for their views on the future of the United Kingdom. Later on in the programme, Ellie Jones will take the temperature on the independence in the English regions.
Where there has been a most surprising response to the result. But first, right up to the wire it was too close to call. Alex Salmond risked his political career and David Cameron risked his nation's parliament's powers in the fight to win hearts and minds. In the end, the Nays had it with a 55% of the vote from a staggering 85% turnout. The Scottish people have spoken, but how will the rest of the UK respond?
And with me today are two of Britain's greatest cultural heroes to discuss that very question. Joanne Rowling and Andy Murray, welcome to the studio. My first question really is for you, J.K. Rowling. You recently publicly put £1 million into backing the No campaign. What do you feel your money is going towards? How do you feel it's going to benefit the campaign in your favour?
Well, first of all, I feel I need to tell you that I did not donate this money out of self-interest at all. It was completely because of my sheer care for the people who it will be affecting if Scotland does gain independence. However, to answer your question directly, the money goes towards admission costs. For example, creating flyers, newspapers, TV programmes, buying radio and airtime. It also goes towards travel costs for everybody involved, and also renting buildings where we can hold meetings where we can do further campaigning. So, in short, my money has gone towards a campaign which I am really passionately supporting.
Great. Andy, the world recently found out how you would be voting through the means of the internet on Twitter. Do you regret the way that everybody found out, or the way that everybody sort of reacted to you? Do you feel that you would have done it differently in any other way?
Well, I felt that due to the negativity of the No campaign, I was excited to see how Scotland would and the Scottish people would tackle this huge issue, this decision, and to do it on our own terms. In regards to the tweet, I don't regret making my opinions known, but I probably wouldn't have done it the same way looking back.
Sure. I mean, you're sat next to one of them, J.K. Rowling, quite high profile. You've got David Bowie. They're all opposing views to yours. Do you feel in a way that that's a compliment to the Scottish people, that they want to stay united?
Well, I mean, the decision didn't just affect Scotland, it affects all of the UK. But at the end of the day, it was just Scotland's decision to make. And I find in any political campaign, you're going to have people who will throw their weight around, who use their influence, their power, and their money to sway the campaigns either way. And yeah. Yeah, sure.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Even though the Scottish no vote has saved the Union, the fight to keep the United Kingdom has only just begun, as the English regions embrace the idea of Devo Max. Over to Ellie.
Thanks, Christy. Scotland rejected independence on the promise of greater powers for their parliament. Now this promise is being dangled at England's regions, possibly a ruse to slow down constitutional reform. But it seems that some English cities are already embracing the idea. Bristol has its own currency. The city's mayor, George Ferguson, is an avid supporter of the Bristol pound, and so it is rumoured is the Queen. Plans are already being drawn up for a Bristol city flag to be designed by Banksy and a new anthem composed by DJ Ronnie Size. How's that for independence?
Thank you for that report, Ellie. Many thanks to our studio guests this morning, J.K. Rowling and Andy Murray. Yeah, thank you a lot for being here. Tomorrow, I'll be speaking to the oldest British train robber. Until then, goodbye.